Hello everyone, welcome. Our mission statement here of this channel, hosted by me, Barbara Jo Brown, is to acknowledge our commonalities, bring people together through shared life experiences, causing individuals to bond, reuniting families, communities, and the world, allowing social distancing guidelines for health and safety by using social media platforms to connect. So that's that. Today I have an editorial for you. Living conditions in the United States of America post-coronavirus. And I know we're still in the middle of it, but I wanted to ask, how's everyone doing today? It's freezing here in Price, Utah. It's windy and very cold, especially since like a few days ago it was like 90 degrees, and today it's like 50 degrees. Very windy. But I hope you are all safe and healthy, practicing the suggested social distancing recommendations, and staying safe and healthy. In case you don't know me, I'm Barbara Brown, the hostess of this channel, and it's great to be here with you today. I appreciate your taking valuable time out of your day to stop in and spend a few minutes with me here. Today I want to talk about life in the United States of America post-coronavirus. I realize that we are not past the pandemic, and there are still many people fighting this terrible illness that has taken so many souls from the earth already and may continue to take many more. My condolences to those of us that have lost loved ones, and my thoughts and prayers are with the many more who will be forced to fight this demon now and in the future. I pray there will be a way to prevent us from being forced to have to confront this on our own. That being said, this editorial is for entertainment and possibly educational purposes only. The opinions you are about to hear are my own. So today I want to discuss the direction we seem to be going as a society here in the United States of America. As everyone is well aware, things are very shaky lately all over the United States. There have been many protests all over having to do with the Black Lives Matter movement, social distancing, and other deep-rooted challenges we have faced as a nation for many years. As it has been said, and I believe this applies to us as a nation now, a house divided shall fall. In my thinking, it is imperative that instead of fighting each other on these issues, we must find some common grounds and work together to overcome these issues. In my opinion, we are all wasting valuable time and energy fighting over ideologies that must be resolved to the agreement of everyone involved. All lives matter. And if we would begin to treat others the way we want to be treated, our fighting would resolve itself. This, I know, is much easier said than done, but it is a very simplistic, basic resolution to a very complex problem that has been interwoven into the fabric of the United States of America basically since our inception. If we acted toward every man, woman, and child as we were acting toward ourselves, wouldn't that make for a much brighter future? Just think about that. Are we too selfish to try to change our thinking in order that we may all truly be free? That brings me to our next point, our middle class. As we are all aware, the United States is a republic. We pride ourselves on being a free nation of equals under the Constitution. This theory only works if we have a middle class. We must have a majority of middle-class citizens for a republic to be a republic. From my thinking, we are slowly, at first and now more quickly, choking out our entire middle class. We are gaining more and more lower-class citizens, and of course, the upper class always gets more wealthy. Wealth begets wealth. Now, this is another huge concept and a very complex issue, but we must face this issue before our republic fails to exist. From what I am witnessing with our stimulus packages lately, I'm fairly certain that our government is making an attempt to correct this issue and save the failing middle class. When our nation was formed, our citizens were eager to get out there and work. They had pride in their country, pride in their families, pride in themselves. Due to the decline of the middle class, it is almost impossible to achieve the American dream. I personally am acquainted with many people who have, for all intents and purposes, given up. Able-bodied men and women who sit at home, not even attempting to achieve things such as buying homes, raising children with both parents in the home, even working at the same businesses for 30 years and earning a retirement. People just don't seem to do that anymore. Excuse me again. So many of us have lost sight of what it means to be a proud working middle-class American. Working for the love of God, our country, our families, and ourselves. In my humble opinion, if people don't get a grasp excuse me, of what this country was built on, soon we will be no more. We are allowing our rights to be taken. We are sealing our very own fate because we have lost sight of what America stands for. I believe our government is giving us the opportunities to try to rebuild the middle class with these stimulus packages. The government can just not continue to support all the lower class citizens by paying their rent, buying their food, etc. These programs for the poor were designed to get people out of crisis, not to depend on for generations of non-working adults. Social Security was designed for truly disabled persons to be able to live a functional life because they are unable to work at any job, not just to get by for a lifetime. We must use these stimulus monies to get on our feet and get out there and go to work. This country was a nation of proud workers, and that is why we were strong, successful, and happy. A few cannot carry the majority. Once we had an educational system that taught all children to read and write, allowing them to reach their full potentials. Now children and young adults go to school for the social activity, not for the education. Not all children and young adults, but many. Parents depend on schools for babysitting and nothing else. Parents don't take the time to encourage their children in their studies or participate in their education. Parents don't even read to their children when they are young. There's very little importance placed on education within the home. Not all homes, not all parents, but many. This will not do. We must become involved in our children's lives. We must take pride in our own lives. We must work and we must pay our own way. It costs money to live, and every single able-bodied man and woman must begin to take responsibility for paying their own way through life. No excuses. We may have to start at lower level positions that we may feel are below us, but we must start somewhere. We may need to return to school to get our degrees or certificates, but we must do whatever it takes to go to work. No excuses. I know people can do whatever they put their minds to. If we don't want to live as a nation of slaves, we must see things for what they are and stop expecting to be taken care of by other people or our government. I'm sure I will not be very popular with my opinion in this video, but someone has to say it, and hopefully people will stop burying their heads in the sand and realize the consequences for not changing our attitudes and behaviors. A nation of lazy citizens will not survive. It is up to each and every one of us to determine our future. Do we want freedom and prosperity, or do we want bondage and slavery? Use your personal power and choose freedom and prosperity. The time is now to make your choice. Force yourself to get up and fight for your life. This country still has the potential to be strong and successful. Stop fighting each other and put your energy to fighting for a bright future. Stop being complacent. Shake the funk and fuzz out of your minds and make a plan. Decide where your life is taking you. Shake off the depression and negative thinking and pump yourself up to be winners. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only, and what I have said are my opinions. I'm hoping that my opinions have hit a nerve in all people who have heard my voice. Time is the most valuable asset we are given in life, and right after time comes freedom. We are privileged in the United States of America to have our own agency. We are privileged to have the right to education and the right to work. We are privileged to be able to choose who we marry and procreate with. We are privileged to choose how we spend our free time, and privileged to be able to choose how we spend our discretionary income. Please be grateful for these choices. Please believe in yourselves. Put the pipe down and look around, or get up off your bed, out of your bed or off your couch, and take your agency back. Only you can do it. And right now your government is trying to help you make good choices. The stimulus money that our government is distributing is to help people in the middle class. Programs designed for the poor are going to dry up because the stimulus money has to come from somewhere. And helping to support the poor year after year is breaking our country's back. Our country cannot and will not survive as a republic with a democracy if every able-bodied man and woman does not begin to support themselves. We have all been blessed with abilities and talents that give us the ability to take care of ourselves. Start now. Do some soul searching. Write a list of what your skills, abilities, and talents are, and then put them to use. I pray for every person here in the United States of America to dig deep down inside themselves and begin now. Begin today. Make good choices. Choose life, not death. Choose freedom, not slavery. If you do, you will not regret it. Every single person is capable of making good choices. Thank you for taking your very valuable time and spending it with me today. If you would like to be a part of this community of winners, please like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell next to the subscribe button so you will be aware of new content. My next video will help you with a struggle or will be a solution to a challenge that many of us face in life. Remember, you are strong and valuable and important. If you have the chance, please share this video and please leave me a comment. If you would like to be a guest on my show, leave a comment or instant message me, Barbara Jo Brown in Price, Utah, on Messenger, and we will arrange for you to be a guest. Remember to be kind and respectful when giving your opinions in this comment section. Oh, one other thing. I realize there are many of us that are already working and doing their part, so please do not be offended. Until next time, I love you and take care.